The noise was just unbelievable. The violence of the shaking, you couldn't stand on your feet without holding on to something.
It was like you're watching a movie with dust everywhere and you hear screams but you can't see people.
And we had a couple have just turned up outside, they'd just pulled up outside, they'd come from the courthouse, and they were sitting there thinking, this is really strange. Oh no, it's an earthquake. Oh no, no one's going to survive in this building. It's got to come down. It was literally moving that much. They said it was going up and down and swaying.
One of our staff members was sitting at a desk very close to the building that fell over, and she's only alive because she ran. The desk where she was sitting is now covered in rubble.
The stories were starting to flood in as people managed to make their way out of the central city and the other side of town, and just saying, the roads are flooded, buildings are down, cars are stuck in potholes or sinkholes have disappeared, people are dead.
And as we sort of were milling around out here, the dust started to clear, sirens and alarms were going off and so forth, and people shouting, and it became obvious that this was an extremely massive event.
We had a basic drop-in centre started here already by one of the ladies in our church, and then from there it just grew into a food drop-in centre, a distribution centre, a place just to come and sit and talk and have a cup of tea. We started to organise digging teams for liquefaction and silt and all that sort of thing, so it sort of snowballed from there.
One church, Grace, was particularly situated in the east in Brighton to be able to be a focal point. The police came to them and said, we need your help. Nobody can mobilise fast enough to be able to help the thousands of residents of the city. They opened up a resource area to them, and resources came from everywhere across the city. They were given 23,000 Mars bars to give away, for example. And Lincoln Baptist started killing, some of their farmers started killing beasts, sending them out, getting the meat processed, bringing it back, turning it into sandwiches, and thousands of sandwiches were sent through. The church just mobilised. We have such a resource across the city, and we can spring into action.
We just work day after day, not having days off for weeks on end. It has just been relentless. You just start to feel as though you're making some progress, and then another quake comes and you go back to where you were. Just broken nights, upset children, and especially in a pastor's role, you've got staff and you've got people in the church who've been through very, very traumatic things. Losing their job, losing their house, losing loved ones, all at once. Like, it's multiple tragedies all on top of each other, and all of life as you know it is different.
The riverbank down here had tears in the ground 2 metres deep, a metre wide, that ran for 100 metres. There's a whole housing area over the other side of the river, new houses, lovely homes, and that's one of the most damaged parts of Kaiapoi.
We lost the cricket club, the bowling club, the library, the school library as well, and every other community meeting place that there was gone.
People are not only grieving for the loss of property and for loss, but they're grieving for the loss of their community and what it used to mean to them, and it's about walking those steps with them. So it is continually changing. Normal will never be normal again.
The connection point amongst everybody was incredibly high, and we've actually experienced what I think true koinonia, true community, is actually about. But I think that within the Christian community has gone on and on and on, and it's actually whet my appetite for what real connection with community and with one another is supposed to be like in church.
People just congregated. All of a sudden church took place on your neighbourhood street. People began to value and enjoy one another's company. They began to reach out. And churches themselves, a lot of the local churches did a fantastic job. And what does it look like? I think we need to continue doing that. So what does Jesus look like? He's broken out of the walls of the church, of Sunday congregations for a lot of people, and he's become real because people have been there doing stuff in their local neighbourhoods and just genuinely caring and loving their neighbours.
It's shaken all the sort of patterns of thinking and behaving, it's shaken those up, and that's good.
We're loving people, we're caring for them, we're reaching out to them.
And the risk for us is that we stop doing that and say, right, the crisis is over, we're moving into recovery mode, let's go back and make church Sunday again.
If we want to see this move forward, this needs to be the new normal.
On that day awakened, an earth that knew no bounds. We were in surrender to its power. Still your hearts for that which is broken. Will be made new, these shadows will pass. We will remember those who've fallen. We will remember those we've lost. Every name is on our hearts. We carry them. Carry them. What was once our splendor can crash into the ground. Those we loved were taken from our arms. Still your hearts for that which is broken will be made new. These shadows will pass, and we will remember those who've fallen. We will remember those we've lost. Every name is on our hearts. We carry them. We carry them. We will remember those who've fallen. We will remember those we've lost. Every day, another chance to live again. We live again. Let hope rise, rise in you. Flood your heavy soul. Let hope rise. We will rebuild this place once torn apart. Let hope rise, rise in you. Fill with morning light. Fill with morning light. Fill with morning light. Rise.